Here we are in the final game of the 2018 regular season. I'm Brian Cook alongside my good friend Smokin Jim Frazier. The Steelers and Bengals are slated to play here at 4:25 Eastern at Heinz Field, and this is a game that's crucial because they're coming off of a loss to the New Orleans Saints. That was a game that was clearly winnable by the Steelers. Do you think that the Steelers should have done anything differently in that game against the Saints?
The only thing that I see differently that they should not have called that fake punt when they did. The only reason I think it would have worked, but if you watch the film on it, Dangerfield went in motion, so that triggered the Saints defense to know that it was going to be a fake. They still almost got it. But I think that the fake punt was bad.
Yeah, and unfortunately, we don't get credit for almosts. Um, but do you think that Rosie Nix should have been the person who got the ball on that play?
You know, Rosie is capable.
Hmm.
He's 250 pounds. It was a great call. I just think the motion with Dangerfield tipped off the play.
Okay. The Steelers are getting ready to host the Bengals here. Do you think that the Steelers could win this game, or is this a trap game in their own house?
Well, it's going to be tough. You know, it's a divisional game. Don't forget, a lot of Western Pennsylvania flavor. Marvin Lewis is from Fort Cherry. Jim Haslick is their linebacker coach from Northgate. You know, you got Jonathan Hayes from South Fayette. You know, you got Tyler Boyd from Clairton. That's
Yes.
over 1,000 yards. So you got a lot of family and friends that'll be there from Western Pennsylvania. These guys not only want to show up, but they want to beat the Pittsburgh Steelers and finish their season, you know, with 7 victories.
It would feel a lot worse than you do right now if you were to go out there and see Baltimore lose and us lose too. So hopefully people realize that. I think they do, and obviously it's definitely deflating. I'm not going to sit here and say it's not and lie to you. It was tough. It's been a long season and put a lot of effort in, especially the last game, the way it went. And at the same time, you got to keep going.
We got to control what's happening in our stadium, take care of business on our home turf, you know, and just, the rest will take care of itself.
The guys are a little pissed off because we did control our own destiny, and now we got to kind of still go out there and win football games and win the football game and then hope for another team to win. But the guys came out and had a good practice today. They was upbeat. It was great talking throughout the team meeting and throughout the meetings today. So we're all aware of the situation. We know what we got to do, and hopefully the story will be told on Sunday.
So we have not one, but 2 games to predict because 2 games this weekend could determine the outcome if the Steelers make it to the playoffs. Okay, so first and foremost, Cleveland versus Baltimore. Very crucial for the Steelers. What do you think? Cleveland, Baltimore.
That's going to be a tough game. I think the difference is going to be Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens defense playing at home as well. Lamar Jackson's capable of rushing for 150 yards and passing for another 150 yards, and that opens up the running lanes for the other running backs for the Baltimore Ravens. I think that the Ravens, and the experience of their coach, Harbaugh, who just got an extension, I think you're going to see the Ravens entering into the playoffs as the champions of this division.
I think the underdog may be the ones to come away with this one. We talked about Baker Mayfield. I think that he may be the determining factor for the Cleveland Browns. I'm going to take the Browns in this game, the underdog, and that could be the catalyst for the Steelers going into the postseason for 2018. So let's talk about the Steelers and their opponent coming up this weekend, the Cincinnati Bengals. Do you think the Steelers have a chance? We talked about that once before. We talked about how a lot of these games are crucial, they're key. Do you think the Steelers can hold their own at Heinz Field this weekend?
Well, I think this is a bowl game.
Okay.
I think the losers are going to be premiered in Hard Knocks next offseason. But I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to close it out right. Yeah. I think they're going to blow out the Cincinnati Bengals. Cincinnati's going to play hard, but I think the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to give a gift for their fans and close out the season with a blowout victory.
Okay, I'm going to go with the Steelers also in this game. I don't see them losing at home because a lot is riding on this game. So for Smokin Jim Frazier, I'm Brian Cook, and we'll see you next time right here with the new Pittsburgh Courier. powered by Golden Sky Media.